Hi, my name's Danielle. I am starting a YouTube channel because I've had a couple people tell me a couple times that I should start one. I'm a germ freak and a clean freak, and I was just going to tell you a couple tips and tricks that I do to keep my house clean, and I'm kind of a perfectionist. So my first thing I'm going to talk about is my floors. And one of the things that I do in my house is I do not allow shoes ever to touch my floors. It makes them last longer. There's no scratches. It also keeps them extremely clean. It amazes me that moms who, especially moms, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and so I'm cleaning all the time anyway. But it amazes me that moms who work outside the home don't make their family members take their shoes off. It would cut down their cleaning of their floors by a major amount. In my house, we always come in through this door, which is, I guess you'd consider it the mud room. And as you can see, there are shoes. I guess it didn't focus in, but that is where all of our shoes drop, because everything, when you think about everything where you walk, when you're walking, for an example, yesterday I picked up my little boy's shoes and I looked, and it looked like there was a little bit of dog poop in the sole or in the tread from my yard. Of course, he got that from my yard because of my dogs. You can't see out my windows. But if I would have let him and it was just a little bit on two shoes, if he would have walked through my house and walked through onto my white rugs — I only have area rugs, I don't have carpet, and there's another one — that would have gotten up into the tread. The dog poop would have gotten stuck on touching my wood floors too, but also on the carpet, and you might not have known it right away, but there would have been dog poop on my carpets, which is disgusting. That's just to list one. Another thing, think about what people do in parking lots. They spit. I've seen dirty diapers. I've seen the grossest stuff in parking lots. So if you think that stuff's there, you're walking through it. Okay, so you're walking through someone's spit who, you don't even know. You wouldn't let anyone, I would hope not, spit on your floors in your house. So you walk through that in a parking lot, and you come home and you don't take your shoes off, and you walk in your house. It is now all over your floors that your family walks on and maybe drops a piece of food and picks it up and eats it quickly. Normally I do not do that, but I know a lot of people do that. So you need to think of all those things. And a big thing, just the fact of taking your shoes off at the door, you won't even have to vacuum very often. Granted, I have hardwood floor, so I Swiffer, and I do Swiffer every day anyway. I have little iRobots that I'm going to talk about too, that are the best invention. One of my absolute favorite cleaning tools that I purchased, one of the best investments of $250. But to save time in the looks and the appearance of your house, to save the wear and tear on your carpet, on your hardwood floors, if that's what you have, just have people take their shoes off. And I have moms that say to me, how do you break your family of not wearing their shoes? And what I have to say is, it's my house. I'm the boss. I clean this house. They'll do whatever I say to do with the shoes. So, and why it's been so easy is, since my kids were born, I've had this rule that we just have always taken our shoes off. My kids are 21 and 19, 16 and 8. They know when they go to someone else's house to ask, should I take my shoes off? It's almost a normal thing. It's almost like a respect thing, that they realize that it's showing respect to someone else's property to take your shoes off. It's so much cleaner. But that's why I have been able to get my kids to do this. My husband prefers it too, because he realizes how dirty it is. My kids, a completely normal thing for my kids to walk in. It would be so abnormal for my kids to walk in and leave their shoes on and attempt to walk across my floors. First of all, they know I would go ballistic. And second of all, they just it's so embedded in their head to take them off. So it literally is doable to train and teach your family to take your shoes off. It's probably one of the easiest, I'm going to say the easiest thing to train your children to do is to take their shoes off. I mean, in the scheme of parenting, if the hardest thing you had to do was teach your kids to take their shoes off at the door, you've won. If that was even the hardest thing, which of course it's not. But anyway, so it is just something that we have always done. When I have a repairman come here, I have these little booties. They're little blue things that I know the men don't enjoy putting these on over their boots, but I don't let shoes in my house. Like I said, first of all, it's can damage my floors. Second of all, it's disgusting. I am a germ freak. I cannot handle the germs in my house at all. It literally gives me an anxiety attack if even at the thought, this is how bad it is, at the thought of a shoe in my house, I can have a panic attack. If I'm not here and I know my kids have a friend here, my first thing is, first of all, don't let them in the house because I'm afraid they won't know my rule and they will walk on my floors. Even one step freaks me out. Second of all, I that's my thing. Did they take their shoes off? That is my question right away. Did they take their shoes off? Or make sure that you tell them about their shoes. Besides the fact that it is disgusting in my opinion, and I'm a germ freak, the other thing is there are times I have a gravel driveway, and there are times on the bottom of my walking sneaker, I will get a huge rock stuck in there, and I won't even know it right away unless I walk on concrete and I hear it clicking. So if I walked in my house and I just walked across my floors real quick, I would literally be putting huge scratches and dents in my floor that is not repairable just because I did not take my shoes off at the door real quick. Really quick. It's the easiest thing that you do all day is take your shoes off at the door. Take them off. First of all, it's more comfortable to walk around your own home with no shoes on. Second of all, it's cleaner. It's going to cut your cleaning down and save the wear and tear on your floors. We had at our last house, we just built this house 5 years ago, but at our last house, we had taken up the carpet because I hate carpet and redid all the wood floors. And we did this like at one point we had the guy come, and then we had him come like 2 years later. And when he walked in, he was like, I cannot believe your floors look brand new. It was like 2 years since I was here, and they look like I just did them. And I said, it's because I do not wear shoes in my house. I don't have animals in my house either. But he was amazed at how perfect my floors looked after 2 years, because even him, as someone who, I think he probably wears shoes in his house, because he was so surprised that just by taking your shoes off, your floors look that perfect. So there's so many reasons, but mainly because I'm a germ freak, I think is the real reason that I just cannot. Even talking about it gives me such anxiety, because the thought of shoes, oh my gosh, the thought of shoes in my house totally freaks me out. Totally freaks me out. But so that's what I'm going to talk about on this channel. Just kind of like some maybe funny stories that have caused me to do certain germ things or anti-germ stuff. Even just tips and tricks to pass along. I know I've had a couple people over the last couple years tell me, yeah, you should start a YouTube channel, just because I'm always talking about killing germs. I'm always talking about things that I do in my daily life that are my normal routine. But to other people, they've heard it for the first time because they just don't think like I do. I know I have a girlfriend who we are both the same way. We both swear that we can see germs, like literally. So hopefully you guys like this channel. Hopefully you subscribe, you hit the like button, send me a comment. If you have anything that you even do, like for a specific like germ killing thing or a tip or a trick, let me know. I'd love to know it. I'd love to hear from people. I always, through life, I am always trying to figure out new things to do, new tricks. I get excited. It sounds so stupid, but I get excited if I figure out a new way to clean something. If I figure out a new way, a faster way to clean something, a more handy way to clean something, and then I think to myself, I can't believe I haven't thought about this before. So, and I know it's funny or it's weird. Some people understand this. Some of my close friends, when I clean my bathrooms, it's almost like a drug to me. I have a high. When I clean my drugs, when I clean my bathrooms, I stand there and I look at it, and it literally like gives me a high. Like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And then of course, as soon as someone comes in and uses it, they ruin the beauty of it. But for that time period when I am home by myself and I get the bathrooms clean and nobody's using them, it's beautiful. So hope you like this channel. Hope you like this. Give me a thumbs up. And like I said, give me a comment. Give me even something that you like to do, or that you find helpful and everything. Let me know. I'd love to hear feedback. So thanks a lot. And oh yeah, that's right. 2 things that I like to live by: being kind and being clean. That's what I like to live by. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye-bye.